excuses such as publishing a new book or a book that I found in the book graveyard, and um, day-to-day life and other things. I almost feel like I've forgotten how to paint. It's been about 2 weeks since I've worked on this, and it almost feels like I forgot to paint. I got a lot of work to do on this baby. So we're gonna get back to work, and we're going to work on some areas, just like I was saying. So it's been a while, and I also wondered, like the other day, what would happen if I had to start all over from zero viewers, which happens quite often. Occasionally I'll have like 0 visitors, 0 viewers. What would happen? What would that be like? That's like one of the things about live streaming is you're constantly concerned about your viewer count, your number of people that you see, number of people that visit your live stream. So there we go. There we have it. That's my thought for the day. But we're gonna get into painting, and you know what? Let's do some painting. I'm kind of concerned, so I'm in the process of moving as well, so there's a huge mess here. I wonder how much of my paint is going to be dried versus usable. That will be an interesting discovery, as well as my brushes, which ones have survived. This is probably the longest I've been without painting. 2 straight weeks, the longest I've gone without painting in about at least like 4 years probably. So let's see how it goes. Let's get back into it. Let's grab a nice, oh, this is bad. So this brush has totally been stiffened. Let's see what we can do about reviving this brush if it's at all possible. Oh, there's going to be no saving this brush right now, I don't think. No saving this brush. Oh, that's so horrible. Some good brushes too. I just got them. Let's see what else. All right, let's just do like a nice one of these brushes here. And let's go dip in a little bit of oil and just see what we can work on. I think I need to work on these feet over here. Yo, Danny E, yes. I quit for about 2 weeks to work on something, and now we're back at it. So I need to work on this toe, and that's what we're going to work on right now. So let's go ahead and add a little bit of... Let's see if any of this paint is still wet. No. Oh, perfect. It's been 2 weeks. That's the one great thing about having a palette that you can cover. So I haven't touched any of these paint in 2 or 3 weeks. And although there's a dry layer on top, the underlayer beneath is actually still a little bit wet. So, it's a lot of paint that's gone to waste. Really good paint too. And that's what saddens me the most. But fortunately, some of it is still alive. So that's one of the, if you've ever wondered whether it's worth it to get yourself a covered palette, there you go. It's been about 2 weeks, and I can say with confidence that my paint has survived. So we're gonna get into this toe right now. I'm actually gonna bend down and do this, and let's get like a nice shadow layer here. Just nice shadow layer. Get it nice and deep here. And Danny E, good to see some of your work coming along too. Good old Mr. I forget what his name was. That guy, the crow guy or something, Johnny Depp, your Johnny Depp character, liked it a lot. Great job, fantastic, wonderful, amazing. So much talent, so much hidden talent. That's all Let's all celebrate Danny E's drawing that has reached the hearts and minds of the world. Danny E's celebrity painting. So we're just gonna build up some color into here. These toes need to be a little bit darker. Honestly, I was painting this I was working on, yes, Ichabod Crane. So I was working on this the other day, and I was like, you know what? I gotta be almost done. Honestly, as far as like how far I want to take this, I'm almost done. I'm almost done. Yes, Ichabod Crane. So Danny E's got a new painting. We can all enjoy that, and celebrate it. You know, so I'm moving. Right now. This is a little bit of a different position from y'all can't really tell that well, but this is a little bit of a different position. It's a little bit darker over here because I'm moving and I have like all the space I had to clear up. So I'm painting a little bit further away than I'd really like to. You know, this will change up my methods. It's good to get into a flow of things, but I also love the idea of like breaking up your own flow, you know? Sometimes you got to do things a little differently to get out of a slump. And honestly, I wasn't even in a slump really. I got caught up doing some other stuff, and I think it was worthwhile. If anyone is interested in Thomas Couture's book, Conversations on Art, it's a great read. I have, I found it in the book graveyard of public domain art books, and I've revived it. I made a Kindle version of it that is available for your reading if you like. Anybody who likes it can pick it up. Why is this? Oh. It's when my laptop is doing this. Doing some weird things. Danny E loves movies. All right. Hey, but it's great it's great that you know what you like. Knowing what you like is like the first step of figuring out what type of art moves you, what type of art you want to create, etc., etc. So this is looking okay. I think we're gonna call this complete in a little bit, you know. Give it a couple more days of this. I'd like to finish it before the end of the month. But let's see. But excellence takes time. You know what I need to do? I need to adjust her finger here. I'm moving, yes. So we're going to be moving to a different part of Los Angeles. We are taking a new adventure to a new part of Los Angeles, which is very exciting. Very, very exciting. Yes. New area of Los Angeles. Yes, it's been a long time coming, this move. We've been, really dreaming about it for a while. Find a different place. And you know what? I really got to thank Omizu's subscription for helping me move into my mega mansion coming up. Omizu, if you're here, he helped me buy my first Lambo and mega mansion. I'm totally kidding, by the way. The subscription to this channel that Omizu has purchased is very wonderful that he helps to support, but it is not enough to buy a mansion in Los Angeles. But always giving shout outs to those who subscribe to the membership who purchased a membership to this channel. I mean, you know, I give shout outs regardless, but I definitely have a lot of gratitude for the membership purchases. So thank you. Thank you. And let's go bring a little bit of a highlight up around the finger here, and blend this around, and this down. Maybe add a little bit of let's brown this out a little bit. And let's see this finger here. So we're gonna come around. No, a little bit too dark or too bright. Let's grab this brown and bring it in a bit more. Yeah, very exciting. It's like it's surreal. It's surreal knowing that we're gonna move because you know, LA is such a big place. There's so much going on, and you know, there's so many options and opportunities, and this is such a wonderful place that we get to find ourselves in. So grateful for it. And you know what? I get my own painting space. It's like I'm gonna have my own studio. So that's so cool to me. It's like, you know, your dreams will come true. Your dreams can come true. It's like the ideal place. So very, very wonderful things happening, and I hope, you know, wonderful things are happening for everybody else as well. Of course, right? We all grow and advance and succeed and do things together. That's what has to happen. Make changes in our lives. So yeah, that's exciting. So since you're here, Danny E, what's the lowdown? What's the biggest event for you in the past 2 weeks? I feel like 2 weeks is a really long time. You know, like in real life, I don't actually talk to my friends like every week or so. Maybe like once a month I'll talk to random friends, but you know, it feels like it's just interesting to have a channel because then you're like, you know, it's like you have to talk to them like every day. It almost feels like you have to talk to people like every day in order to keep up with everything. Keeping up with the Joneses. So much shadow over here. It's kind of annoying. So much shadow. It's really hard to see, but I'll make it happen. Yo, you went to a Renaissance fair? How great is that? Tell us about that. What happened at this Ren fair? Anything exciting? What was, or you know, not doesn't need to be like, you know, mind blowing. Of course, it's exciting, right? Do you have like the best turkey leg you've ever eaten, or have you like, you know, did you get to meet a knight in shining armor? Have you, did you do a duel? Did you win a duel? Tell us about the experience. My goodness, I've never been to a Ren fair. One day I might get a chance to make it, but And if you're wondering why I keep like walking back and forth, it's because all my stuff is in a new position right now. I keep forgetting to do a photo of my hand to paint this dang hand over here. I think that's what maybe I've procrastinated on, is I really just don't feel like painting this hand. This hand up here. But who's going to do it? Who will paint this hand for me? Nobody. Nobody can do your paintings for you. You must do them yourselves. Let's see, this should come down. Should come down like, what's the shape? Comes down and then this will be a little bit higher. I'm trying to find some shadow colors. Find some shadow reds. So you did have a turkey leg, tons of people in costumes, souvenirs. It was great. Artisan shop, so cool. All right. Amazing. So wonderful to hear and know. Thank you for sharing. Now, class, who also has a talent to share? Okay, so let's see. How does the shadow work? So the shadow is going to go right in between, just barely into the creases of these fingers here. Just into the creases of the fingers right here. This hand is gonna look so funky compared to all the other parts. That's like really the only thing that, if I was to try and fix up. This is why you can't take long breaks from your paintings, is you start to you can lose the inspiration, you know? But the show must go on. Sup, Pookie? That was me talking to my cat. Isn't that right, Pookie? Are we having a conversation right now? Huh? Are you and I communicating? Do you speak English, Pookie? My cat definitely understands English. There is no way, Pookie, there's no way you don't understand English, right? You know exactly what I'm saying. Don't look at me all confused. You know how to understand English. I know you do. Pookie, look at me. Look at me. Hey, psst, up here. Hey. Why are you pretending like you don't understand me? She's ignoring me. Cats can't. They just got their own agendas. It's not good. Pookie, is that true? Is that true that you don't want to pay taxes, Pookie? Huh? Why are you flicking your tail? I can read your tail, you know. Don't blink your eyes at me right now. Don't try to look all cute while I'm talking about taxes, huh? What? What's your little what are you flicking your little tail for, huh? Isn't it crazy how like you can read cats and dogs through their tail? Like it's like their brain is attached to the like it's like they have a little brain in their tail, but it's like I think the tail is mostly what do you call it? Um, like it's automatic, right? Like they don't actually sometimes they control it, but it's like a physiological reaction, you know, just to whatever they're thinking is on their mind. And you just read Pookie, I can read your tail. You may not know this, but I can read your tail. Hmm? I was putting my face really close to hers. She was patting at me. You know, one great thing about raising a cat, like from the moment that they're kittens, is there's like this really special bond that you have with a kitten. And you know, like you know, we actually fostered our kittens first, so they were rescues as kittens though. But there's definitely like this bond where you know you like hold them, and they could bite me if I annoy them enough. Like I've held other people's cats, and you know they kind of show that they dislike what you're doing. But you know, with your own cats, you kind of like annoy them a little bit extra more than you would do someone else's cat, and they know that because you're their their guardian, that they will kind of let you get away with more things than other cats will. It's kind of neat, really. Like it's like having a mini panther or a mini tiger. If you like tigers, it's like having a mini panther or tiger. quite special. It is a special bond. Bond between cat and human. I urge everybody on the entire planet to give a cat a chance. To give cats a chance. Give cats a chance. Give a cat a chance. Go adopt a cat today. Oh, but only if you're ready for one. Actually, you know, what I'm saying might actually backfire because, you know, the worst thing that could happen is, you know, this message actually reaches far and wide and so many people have cats, but then suddenly when they weren't ready, and then, you know, years down the road, they're like, okay, you know, all these cats just go to the shelter, which would be horrible. So, you know, everyone who's a responsible adult who thinks that they could possibly take care of an animal for at least 15 to 20 years, please consider it. But if you don't think you can do that, don't do it. Unless you have lots of friends and you think that on the very, 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 very off chance that you do have to put your cat up for adoption, that you will be able to find it a family. But obviously that should only be a very last resort. You know, I just thought of a great shirt idea. It's a play on the I should write this down. Actually, I probably shouldn't share this. I should totally keep it to myself and just make a shirt out of it. Right, Pookie? What do you think? You like my idea? I'm not sharing it. Haha. Y'all will see it when I finally release it. It's a very douchey shirt, actually. It's a very douchey quote, but it's also very, very funny. In my opinion, if you love cats, you're going to find it hilarious. So stay tuned for my upcoming shirt, quote shirt idea that we're going to be putting on Redbubble or something. I don't know if it's going to go on Redbubble or Printful. I kind of have like this love-hate relationship with Redbubble. Because Redbubble makes it so easy to like put your to what do you call it? Why am I having hard words? Because I'm trying to paint and talk at the same time. Redbubble makes it very easy to be able to put your stuff on many things at one time. You know, like but it's also a pain because it's like so backward. The technology on Redbubble is just so backward. It is like the most unkept up technology, and it's like, why do I want to keep giving Redbubble money? Why would anyone keep giving Redbubble money if they don't do anything to like update it? Which means, you know, long-term thinking, right? What's going to happen is you're going to have all this stuff uploaded on Redbubble, and you just never know. Is it going to go out of business? And then, like, if it goes out of business, what happens to all of your content, right? or you're gonna have to re-upload it anyway to a different platform. So that's my little rant on Redbubble. If anyone's ever considered it, I used Redbubble as one of my first things, but oh, you like the cloth? Wow, thanks, Danny. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm very grateful that you shared that you like the cloth. Because honestly, obviously what I'm doing is constantly comparing myself to Bouguereau, right? The whole time I'm painting this, everything that I do is really compared to him. And when I see the cloth, I'm like, it looks nothing like the photo. But when I like step back and try to really look at it, and some kind words from someone such as yourself, from someone such as yourself pops up, it gives me hope. It gives me hope in my ability. So adding a little bit of shadow. I think, you know what, I'm done with this overly tight, overly academic style, and I think I want to free myself up a bit. So I'm trying to add a little bit of shadow, around the back of the neck here. Try to give him a bit more red and give him this this reddish look, just give this this dark red glaze. Some muscle form. How do we do this? Let's see. We're gonna get just a little bit coming down on his his thing here. What can I do to if someone had red skin, I have this question. What color would they blush? Would they blush like a dark color? Would it end up looking like a dark brown if someone with red skin? Well, I shouldn't call it someone, because it assumes that maybe I'm talking about a human being. If a imp, demon, not a demon, what is he, like an imp, a red imp character were to blush, what color would they blush? Would it be a pink or a red, or would it be a dark brown? That is the question of the day. And I think I should. The one thing about cats, if you're an artist or you're painting, is you can't put your face on them, because then you get all this super fine cat hair on your eyes and face, and you gotta wipe it off. Do I have any cat hair? So I got all this stuff on my face. I got this little burn mark. I was cooking and fried oil got on my face. Fried oil got on my face. But anyway, let's see. Where's the cat hair? Do I see any cat hair there? I feel cat hair. That's the thing about cat hair. You feel cat hair. You feel the cat hair, but you can never get it off. It's like cat hair is like this magnetic substance, more powerful than a magnet. Cat hair is a substance that is more powerful than a magnet. No, that's a little bit too bright. Let's go with something a little bit more red. I need to redden this a bit more, and let's go. I don't think this is gonna work. It's like darker red colors, just. Today's gonna be a quick painting session. I'm probably gonna be just doing a couple more things on his face, and then we're gonna wrap up because it's one of those nights where I'm just trying to jump back into it, and sometimes when you try to get back into it, it could be it's different. All right, I need to remember that right after this, I need to take a picture of my own hand. Why do I keep forgetting that? What's up with my memory? See, tonight I am in this like position tonight where I'm painting because I feel like I have to get back into the momentum of doing it. What I should have done was taken a painting that I don't care about too much and just kind of like went ham on it. That's what I used to do. Just to like break out of a slump. You know, sometimes you gotta just do something bizarre and wacky to. But instead I decided to work on this. Izraya, what's up? How are ya? I'm actually wrapping up in a few minutes. I just wanted a nice quick painting session tonight. It's been a while, Izraya. Are you a TikTok agent now? I see you promoting lots and lots of TikTok stars. I believe it's like, oh, take care, Danny. Wish you the best. Thank you so much for joining in. Really, really appreciate you and your time and all of that. And I hope that this was as helpful to you as it should be, or whatever. Excuse me. Building communities. Oh, you sell lots of items. Okay, that's cool. It's pretty amazing. That's great that you're giving opportunities. Building opportunities. Fantastic. So entrepreneurial. Very entrepreneurial. Thank you so much for joining this live here. And you know what? We're gonna go and call this a night for now. I really just wanted to get back into this, you know? Just dive back in. I feel like I've reached a point where I should stop, you know, depending on our reference and start to kind of like find our own ideas, you know? Just kind of make things our own. Oh yeah, okay, cool. So you went over to TikTok because I helped to share some views on it. I'm so glad that I was able to give you some thoughts. I mean, you know, TikTok really is an amazing, powerful tool. And again, if I was starting all over, trying to, you know, just build out something else, and I didn't want to, you know, do painting, I would totally do TikTok. The only reason I don't now is because, you know, TikTok's like a lot. It's actually work, you know? Like, I can't just, I mean, I guess I technically could just sit here and paint, but the other thing is that, like, you know, I think as far as brushes go and all the technology or all the materials and stuff that I like to use isn't really on TikTok. At least not what I've found, but excuses, excuses, excuses. But that's awesome that you found a way to use TikTok without having to be the content creator. Because the content creation part, that's, you know, sitting on camera, and it's a lot of effort. But good on Tariko for, you know, partnering up with you to do that stuff. That's so cool. So, business people, internet business entrepreneurs. All right, well, that's that. I'm done for tonight. Let's go ahead and get a nice little photo or whatever. And we're going to do a photo here. We're going to call this a night. Thank you. Take care, everybody.